Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. I love Glenn Beck and some of the things he does. Brexit and Boris Johnson winning UN should scare U.S. Democrats, Trump opponents. I'll bet it does, considering he followed Trump handbook on victory.
Stop watching the BBC yesterday.
Oh, that was satisfying.
Oh, wasn't it?
It really is. I mean, there was a thought that
A really, really bad guy could
Yeah.
get in charge of England.
Jeremy Corbyn, who is absolute anti-Semite, this one really fits these days. Pals around with terrorists. That one from the old Sarah Palin days. 100% fits Jeremy Corbyn.
He makes Bernie Sanders look like George Washington.
It's true.
He really does, because he does not like freedom. He does not like Great Britain. He loves the former Soviet Union. I mean, he is a very bad guy. Very
And
bad guy.
It seems like, shockingly, the UK kind of figured that one out. Britain figured that out. And they gave a gigantic win to Boris Johnson and the Conservatives in a way to the level that they didn't even expect. Conservatives didn't even expect
Shocking.
to win at this level.
It is bigger than Margaret Thatcher and about the size of Winston Churchill in World War II.
And he was pretty popular after that.
You
We were like,
Yeah,
you
was-
got that Hitler thing right.
Yeah, I think we should go with him.
Yeah.
I think that's good. They lost, the left lost seats that have been held since like 1930.
I saw one that was 84 years. It had been held by Labor, the Labor Party, which is, this essentially their left. And, conservatives over there now have it. And Boris Johnson, I mean, he's great. He comes off as sort of aloof and a little silly, and his hair's messed up, and he's kind of a goofball. By design, I think. But in reality, he's
Absolutely
incredibly smart. Disarming.
He comes out before he walks out in public. He musses up his hair. I mean, he's much more calculated.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is just like, hey,
He just goes for it. Yeah.
He just pulls the six shooters out as he feels. Corbyn is
Johnson, yeah.
Johnson is really, really, really an intellectual, and is more of a show. I mean, Trump is a show too, but Johnson, I think, knows when he's mussing up his hair.
Sure. And a lot of this went around Brexit. And it's an interesting thing here because, half the country voted for Brexit, half of it voted against. It's a pretty close vote, but Brexit won out and it was supposed to go through. It's been 3 years now where we've been waiting for this to happen. And the government has done everything it can to screw this up and stop it.
That's the most important thing. Is the people in UK are sick and tired of the government screwing them around, doing everything they can to stop the Brexit thing, and the people, working people, and the people want out of the EU and the control over England and the trades. They're trading.
And it's interesting that a lot of people who voted to stay, Remain voters, came around and voted for the Conservative Party because they said, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't even want I didn't even want Brexit. I voted against it. But what you're doing here is you're not even honoring our vote. Like, I lost and I'm willing to lose because we need to honor the things that went on here.
I heard a Labor Party member yesterday, and I just thought, I wonder what's going to happen here in America next election. But he was saying, you can't do this. You can't, and this goes to the GOP as well. Hello, Obamacare. You can't ask people to vote, let them vote, and then just overturn it and just say we're not doing any of those things.
Any parallels to the United States you can think of right now?
None.
It's like, you guys lost. Trump won. I understand wanted a different result there. You got a chance to do it in 2020. We're in the middle of an election. Go out there, and if you think he's been a bad president, defeat him.
Well, I just love this from New York Magazine, the idea that many people on the left here in America were looking at Corbyn and saying, yeah, you know, what's going to happen in Great Britain is going to be a precursor of what's coming. And today I'm like, it is. You're exactly right. He was so far out of the mainstream, and he was pushing for the things that people felt were unfair and wrong. People that voted for Labor before, they saw this, and one of the Labor leaders said, you can't ignore democracy.
Yeah.
You can't ignore the people. Now, this was a Labor leader. This is what's happening with the media and with the left, that they think that they are in the majority, and they are not in the majority.
And the Democratic Party is learning something. They're terrified by this result, because this is essentially, if you think about it from our perspective, if Boris Johnson is Trump, Jeremy Corbyn is their Elizabeth Warren, is their Bernie Sanders. And so the Democrats today are trying to say, wait a minute, we can't run somebody like that, because the same thing is going to happen to us that happened to Labor in the UK.
I'm going to end it there. That's a perfect way to end this. I couldn't agree more. I think the Dems are going to get their butts kicked and their noses wiped when this election comes, because they have no solid people running for president that aren't too liberal. And on top of it, they're pushing this impeachment, and it's going to run out in March and through June. And when it does, people are going to be so sick of it that they are saying, let's go with Trump, let's get moving again. I'm tired of these Dems not doing a damn thing except slowing down what should be done in this country. And so they could implode themselves, and we could find a new party leadership coming up in the Dems saying, we're done with this leftist crap. Let's get back to our solid roots that people voted for, like JFK, and let's get something done. Let's do something worthwhile. If it comes and they get back to a different party doing this, the liberals are going to be shoved back in a corner, and they're going to be silenced by better leadership. If it does, a new party may come up, new party leadership at least may come up, and say, we're done with this leftist crap. We got to get on and get some stuff done. So if that happens, that will be wonderful in 2020. We'll see what happens. We have a landslide major victory. They're going to have to rethink what they're doing and how they're doing it, because it is not working. And they'll get their butts kicked again in 2020 as well as 2016. It's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. I hope that is a precursor to what's happening, and that's what will happen. We will see next spring and next fall. Good day.